Thank you, David. I want to thank you personally for your participation in this seminar, and all members of Parliament in this room, all are good friends of me, of Israel. Also the American Jewish Committee for the initiative, especially my good friends from Washington, Jason Isaacson, whom I know for 24 years. American Jewish Committee is a good partner of Israeli embassy, is my embassy too, and I appreciate your initiative. Also to acknowledge the presence in this room of my friends, the Palestinian diplomats, whom I know for many years from Geneva and now from Brussels. Welcome to this forum. It's a timely seminar because this year we commemorate not only the 100th anniversary to the Balfour Declaration, but also several other landmarks in Jewish and Israeli history. The 120th anniversary of the first Zionist Congress in Basel, the 70th anniversary of the UN Partition Resolution Plan, and the 50th anniversary of the 1967 war, the 6 Days War. But I will start, I'll be very brief, but I will start with a personal note. For me, as a child and teenager in Tel Aviv and adult in Jerusalem, Balfour was, first, the name of a street. In Tel Aviv, not far from my primary and secondary schools, and in Jerusalem, the street where the official residence of the Prime Minister is located. Indeed, when we say in Israel, Balfour, we refer to the Prime Minister. It happens that today the Prime Minister is also the Foreign Minister. And another personal note is that my primary school in Tel Aviv, Ahad Ha'am, is named after Ahad Ha'am. Ahad Ha'am was a Zionist leader that was involved in the group chaired by Chaim Weizmann that negotiated the Balfour Declaration with the British government. Last week, while visiting London and meeting Prime Minister Theresa May, Prime Minister Netanyahu declared that the Balfour Declaration helped pave the way for the re-establishment of an independent state for the Jewish people in our ancestral homeland. Indeed, the declaration was a bold, history-transforming act. It was the first time a national government said that the Jews has the right to return home. Theresa May referred to the Balfour Declaration as, quote, one of the most important letters in history, end of quote. The declaration was preceded by statements of approval by US President Woodrow Wilson and the French Foreign Minister Jules Cambon. Other governments expressed support after Balfour's letter to Lord Rothschild became public, including Italy, Japan, and China. In Israel, we are quick to acknowledge that the declaration recognized not only the inalienable rights of the Jewish people, but it also stipulated that, quote, nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine. This is the position of Israel today. Throughout the decades, the Zionist dream encompassed respect for and coexistence with all peoples in the region, including the Palestinian Arabs. This vision was most clearly outlined in Israel's Declaration of Independence, which states that all citizens, irrespective of race, religion, or gender, have equal rights. In recent weeks, because of the date in calendar, there is a lively, sometimes emotional discussion in Israel, mainly among scholars, about the real motives and interests, timing and wording of Balfour's letter to Lord Rothschild. I will leave it to the experts in this room to discuss these and other questions that are still open. I wish all of you a fruitful and enriching discussion. Thank you.
Thank you.